YouTube. What is going on, people? It's the Red Mr. FC Ninja, and we are back with the Liverpool versus Arsenal League Cup, the Milk Cup, as some of us call it. Yes, we are back with the Milk Cup. Let's jump straight into the action. There you go. Match preview. Liverpool versus Arsenal at Anfield. Guys, what kind of team are we going to put out? I have no idea. I was looking at this for a good minute. More than a minute. A half hour or something. Just juggling players and doing formations and chopping and changing. Dudes, man, I have no idea. Let's jump straight into it. So first of all, as you know, if, however, this is your first time on my page, we go through drop from the squad, the injury list, the club subs, and then we go to the starting line. So let's start from the players dropped from the squad for this game. First of all, I've gone with Jordan Henderson, Robertson, Fabinho, Alisson, Virgil van Dijk, and Kijana Hoover. Well, Kijana Hoover is away in, I think it's a cup competition with, I'm not even sure who it's with. I think it's the under 18s or something like that, under 17s. I think it's with Holland. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on it. Yeah, so obviously he is unavailable, but he's there. Next, obviously, Van Dijk. It's nothing but we're just resting him. Simple as that. He had some talk about a dead leg, but yeah, he'll be right. He's a big lad, big strong lad. Alisson, what's the point? So Alisson rested. Fabinho, interesting, could play. He is one more yellow card away from being banned from the City game. If he gets a yellow card against Villa, he can play in this game. If he gets a yellow card in this game, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mess up the league games. If, however, anybody gets a red, it does mess up the league games or any other competitions. So you will be banned for 3 games. So even if, Fabinho plays and, touch wood, God forbid, he picks up a red card, we will be effed, like literally. Part of me wants him to play in this game. I was juggling with putting him on the bench, but I decided not to, and part of me doesn't want him to play. But then he won't play against, I feel like for his rhythm, he has to play against the play now or against Arsenal. I don't want to throw him in at not Arsenal, now against Arsenal, sorry, or against Villa. I don't want to throw him in the deep end without having played 2 games against City in such a big game. I feel like this game he should just play. I feel like he should just get a run in this game, just so he's not too rusty. 2 games out, yeah, it could have an effect, guys. It really could. Robertson, I was thinking Robertson to put him on the bench also, but worst comes to worst, Milner could switch. I don't know. I feel like Robertson doesn't get much of a rest like Trent does. We don't have the extra cover for the left side. So yeah, I've gone with leaving him out of the squad. Jordan Henderson, I've also gone with leaving him out of the squad. He's one of our first teamers. Have starting 11s. Our Brexit midfield, if you want to call it that. And yes, he's going to be required against Villa. Fully replenished and ready to go again. So I've left him out. I feel like he wouldn't have much to offer in terms of the game if we bring him on. I think when he plays with Gini and Fabinho in the starting 11, what he offers is much more valuable to that starting 11 than this one. Because in that one, everyone is in the same way, to play a certain way. So he just fits in better to that one than this one. That's my opinion anyway. So yes, guys, so moving on to our injury list. Shaqiri, first of all, is still on the injury list, and it obviously is still a doubt. He's not quite there yet, but he's close apparently. Joel Matip is another one that is there. Rumours are he's out for 6 weeks, but it's just rumours. I'm hoping it's a big blag, like Trent was a blag for Genk. They said he was ill. You can't recover from, unless he had a really kind of minor, like, I don't know, 1-day bug or something. I have no idea. But if you're having flu, there's no way you can get over flu, replenish your energy, and have a game of your life like you did against Tottenham. No. So for me, he was not injured. It was just an excuse, sorry. It was just an excuse to kind of drop him from the squad, give him a day off or whatever. a night off rather, and get someone else in. So, but Matip is a bit more, maybe, I don't know, I'm hoping he's back for City. It's unlikely, I don't think he will be, and even if he is back for City or is fit, he might only make the bench because obviously he needs to have a game or two to find his form again. We can't put him on and then be completely rusty. So, yeah, he's on the injury list. The other person, obviously, you guys know, is Mohamed Salah. Reoccurrence of his little ankle niggle. Rumours are it's just like paining him a little bit from time to time at the end of some matches, the end of a few matches. So yeah, I've also dropped him to the injury list. So guys, let's move on to Klopp's substitutions, and we're starting with Adrian first, Sepp Vandenberg, Gini Wijnaldum, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Sadio Mane, Divock Origi, and Roberto Firmino. So for me now, you see what I did there? So for me now, those are the substitutions. That was so corny, it was unreal. They are the substitutions that I predicted. Let's jump into the starting lineup and then we can mix and match, and I can talk to you about why I think who and what and where, etc, etc, etc. So, Kelleher in goal, Larouche left back, Dejan Lovren in the middle next to Joe Gomez. Right back, James Milner, Adam Lallana in the 6. Chamberlain, Keita in the attacking roles. Curtis Jones left wing. Ryan Brewster through the middle. And none other than Harvey Elliott on the right wing. So guys, I like the look of this 11, I can't lie. I feel like we could be a little bit weak in here. You know, I was contemplating, do we bring Fabinho in here? I'm not sure if Lallana has 90 minutes in him against Arsenal, so maybe we needed Fabinho on the bench, but I've decided to go with Wijnaldum because Wijnaldum is good with a 6. I also feel like if one of the others is injured, we have a backup in Wijnaldum. Usually Klopp has 3 midfielders on the bench, usually, and 1 defender. But the conundrum I had there was you're playing Gomez and Lovren. Matip is injured, you got Van Dijk. Van Dijk's going to be out of the squad. So, I mean, if Sepp Vandenberg isn't on the bench, then it's going to be Van Dijk. If one of these gets injured, Sepp Vandenberg can come on. So there's cover. What you could also do is, if Larouche is having a mare or he's struggling, you know, James can go to the left, Gomez out wide, and Sepp can come in. There's some nice little bits of tinkering you can do with that back four with the 5 just mentioned. But I think this is probably, I mean, I could easily see Sepp Vandenberg starting this game. Remember guys, we need Lovren or Gomez to start against Aston Villa. So one of them has to stay fit. Hopefully they both stay fit. It could be a little bit of a risk if both of them start. Will Klopp start with a Sepp Vandenberg? Maybe he's already got his Aston Villa pairing ready. Maybe it's going to be Van Dijk and Gomez. So therefore Sepp Vandenberg starts next to Lovren, with obviously Milner's experience, and Govrin and Gomez, you know, sits tight on the bench. It's interesting. Maybe he comes on towards the end, but then you want to give Gomez games. Gomez is going to play against Villa. You kind of want him to have 90 minutes, good, nice 90 minutes to break him in, iron out some rust, ready for Villa away. It's going to be tough. Villa away is going to be tough. So guys, yeah. Moving on to midfield, Adam Lallana. We could easily see Gini Wijnaldum come in here. I don't think it's going to be the case. I think Adam will play somewhere in this midfield. Whether he plays, maybe Naby Keita plays the deeper role, and then Lallana is more attacking, or maybe Keita and Lallana both sort of sit, and Ox is more attacking. I'm not sure how Klopp will play it. I'm confident that these 3 will start. In my opinion, it's got no work rate and it's got no physicality. I could see Ox kind of being a little bit lazy and not really doing his defensive duties. I can see Naby making various attempts and trying his hardest, but I was going to say Keita to the physical demands. That is one hell of a pun. Just can't kind of get to grips with the physical demands type thing. And then I think Lallana is kind of, I feel like he'll run out of energy, or just get bypassed. He's not strong enough, he's not physical enough. So I'm not sure about the midfield at all. But I think that's the one that's going to play. I really do. I feel like the front three is going to be the front three. Everybody wants to see Harvey Elliott back in the Liverpool shirt on that right wing. Brewster given another chance against better opposition. I reckon they might play a Luis and a Holding at the back. So it'd be a real test for him. He wasn't doing much against MK Dons. He didn't really do anything against MK Dons. And the thing is, defensively, our opposition has gone up a level. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays this. He's been in good form. He scored goals recently. And then obviously there is Curtis Jones, who I thought was probably one of the best players versus MK Dons. Everyone was crying out for Naby, but I think Naby's just a fan favourite, to be honest. He got 60 minutes. But for me, it was Curtis Jones. I know Harvey Elliott had a wicked game. He had a blinder. He did have a good game. I just don't think he was very, very helpful going backwards. He seemed a bit of a liability, whereas Curtis Jones, he knew the formation, he knew how it worked. He never left gaps. He was backtracking well. He was consistent through the whole match. He didn't float in and out. Harvey Elliott, a bit of a soft start. He kind of grew into the match. Maybe it was the occasion, or so guys. My prediction for man of the match is Harvey Elliott. It is Harvey Elliott, and that's because I just think he has no fear. He plays with just ability, and just confidence. I just don't think he cares who he's playing against. He will just do what he wants to do, and that's a good mind frame to be in at this point of your career, in this kind of game, also heading into this kind of game. So I do think he's going to have an absolute, not an absolute blinder, but I think he's going to be massive in this game. I think he's going to be good, especially if Keita, Ox, and Lallana can boss the game. If they can control the game, then this is where Elliott can definitely benefit. And like the other two can as well. Both Curtis Jones and Brewster can also benefit. But I have gone with Elliott because I think that I do think he's special. He can create something from nothing. And out of all the players I'm looking at on the pitch right about now, there's probably 2 or 3. Elliott, Chambo, and then obviously Deepa, Keita. Score prediction? It's going to be a tough. I have no idea who Arsenal are going to play. I actually have no idea. I don't know their team very well. I was looking at a few lineups. I don't know if we're going to win though, guys. I think it will go to penalties. It might be like a 1-1 or a 2-2. And I think it's going to go to penalties. And then it's anybody's game, really. They're going to have their sub-goalie, I imagine. I would be confident with Kelleher in our goal. So I'm going to go for a 1-1, guys. And I'm going to go for a Liverpool victory on penalties. Yeah, I'm going to go for 1-1 Liverpool victory on penalties. Scorer, Oxlade-Chamberlain. Sod's Law, his old team comes to Anfield. First time playing them. Well, I can't remember if it is actually. But he gets to play them or again. And yeah, he scores. Sod's Law that he scores. And he's going to want to score against them as well because it's his old side. He's going to relish the opportunity. It's a top 4 side or top 6 side. So it will prove a big point to Klopp that he can perform against the bigger sides, depending on what side Arsenal put out, obviously. Guys, just looking back on the substitutions, if there is a need for more attacking ability, rather than having an extra midfielder like a Henderson or a Fabinho to bring on, I have put Trent on the bench so that, you know, Lovren can jump to the left, not Lovren, sorry, Milner can jump to the left side, and then Alexander-Arnold can jump in on the right, and that way we have that attacking wing-back sort of style that we usually have. And then with dropping in Wijnaldum in the 6th and take out Lallana, it can let Naby and Ox go forward. It's a real attacking side. I'm worried. I can't lie, I'm worried. So guys, this has been the match preview for the Milk Cup, no, the League Cup. Liverpool versus Arsenal from Anfield. I have been the Red Mr. LFC Ninja, and we will see you soon. Let's do this.